Like personally, I fully agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was an all day type of guy though, where I'd just sit there and just play all day.
Well, that's
But
what I did, man. Yeah.
looking back at it, I definitely like, man, I probably wasted like crap loads of time all over the place. If I just
Yeah.
focused more, it would have been a lot easier and faster.
Yeah, no, that's totally what I did, man. Like in high school, when I got serious about playing bass, um, I hated the idea of a conventional life so much, man, that I just practiced all the time. Um, because I just figured, like at the end of the day, like I'd probably have something to show for it and it would help me out in the future. Um, I just committed to the idea of, I want to do this for a living, so I'm going to like practice. And I don't even know if it was the most guided stuff. It just felt productive.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty much the motivating factor for me. It's like, I don't want to do anything else. So I'm going to work and practice and try to put all this stuff together as best I can. But yeah, it was a lot of hours like strung together. Uh, like at least 3 to 4 hours a day when I was in high school and like super serious about it. And then when I got to Berklee, it was kind of whenever I could. But I would also try to play with people as well. And I felt like that was just as important as like practicing alone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Being able to like get in a room with guys like Deitch. And there was a keyboard player that we used to jam with, this guy Jeff Basker, who now is a Grammy award-winning producer. And
I think you told me about him.
Yeah, he was the original keyboard player in Lettuce, and then I don't really know what happened, but he ended up kind of going a different route, and his production thing has been taken off. But when we were kids, it was like Jeff had brought this huge crate of vinyl back to school, and one of the records he pulled out was Thrust by Herbie Hancock.
Yes.
And we were all like smitten with it, man. That's still one of my favorite albums, like
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
top 10 like all-time favorite albums. And so we learned how to play Actual Proof. That was kind of like that was like one tune we learned together as like a band, I guess. And his version of Actual Proof, like the vinyl was messed up. There was some kind of scratch in the intro. So for a while, like it would displace itself for like a minute maybe and then keep playing. I don't know how it did that, but I wish I had recorded it because I would have learned it that way. Like somehow, but it was pretty great, man. Like it was a pretty amazing way to learn that tune. But yeah, man, that had a big, that's probably the great thing about music school in general, like a place like Berklee or a place where you have facilities that hook up like a rehearsal and it's not prohibitively expensive because it's built into what you're paying to go there anyway.
Yeah.
Just the ability to go and try stuff out with other people. I feel like that mixed with individual practice was where a lot of my strides came from.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I think a lot of times people need like a pep talk. They need to be kind of like given a reason to believe in what their time is going towards. But I feel like that, like I was saying before we got cut off, there's a fear of going into the abyss, man, where it's just you just surrender to the idea of maybe not being great at something for a while, but really trying to be committed to it,
Embracing the suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that way now, man. Like because I feel like if anybody's really happy with what they're doing, either they haven't explored everything or they're done, I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't take a moment and be like, wow, this is great. I'm really grateful for everything. Like people should do that. That's definitely what is motivating me to maybe try a different location and do new things. Like the idea of music being a way, like music's been the way I've been able to see the world, man. Like even at its worst.
Yeah.
The best thing I can say, even when it's like, oh man, like I missed my flight in Paris and now I got to sit and drink wine for 2 hours.
Yeah. Tough, man.
Yeah. What a horrible life that is, man. Like, it's so terrible. Like life is so unfair. I don't know, man. Like it's just, that's the thing. Like there's always a way to kind of step back and like see it from a more positive angle. you know, and I'm like dark, man. Like I'm sarcastic, but underneath all that, like I pretty much am very happy with everything, and like, you know, that's just my sense of humor. But
yeah, absolutely.
In terms of just doing music and, you know, the lifestyle and stuff, I mean, like it's great, man. Like I've met, you know, you meet the greatest people, and it's a lot of fun.